4-post versus QuickJacks. If you could only have one for a home garage, I'm going to make that decision painfully clear.
I'm going job by job with a scoreboard. If you're about to spend real money, this will save you from buying the wrong tool. I owned QuickJacks first. Then I added a 4-post lift and a bridge jack. This is not a spec sheet comparison and it is not a brand pitch. I'm going to run through the common tasks, plus the stuff nobody talks about like cost and day-to-day convenience, keep a simple scoreboard, and call out the hidden annoyances that actually decide this. I'm using my Turbo LS swapped RX-7 as the test car. The point is to determine how these lift tools function in a normal home garage where you actually do your own work. Here's how this works. Each round is a real job. If one lift makes the job faster, easier, or just less annoying, it gets the point. If it's truly a toss-up, it's a tie. By the end, you'll know which one fits the way you actually work, and the answer isn't always the one people assume when they're shopping online. Round 1 is an oil change. This goes to the 4-post. You drive on, lift it, and you're underneath the car with room to work. With QuickJacks, the access is fine once it's up, but you still have to position everything first. For basic maintenance like oil and quick checks, the 4-post is simply the more convenient setup. Round 2 is brakes. Pads, rotors, anything where the wheel comes off and you need real access. This is QuickJacks territory because the entire job is wheels off. You lift from the pinch welds or lift points, the suspension can droop, and you have clean access without extra equipment. On a 4-post, the car is sitting on the tires. You can do brakes with a bridge jack, but now you are adding another tool and more setup. If you do brakes, suspension, or tires with any regularity, QuickJacks take the point here, and it is not even close. Round 3 is undertrays, splash shields, pulling a bumper, and general inspection work. The difference here isn't access, it's how you're doing the job. On the 4-post, you can get the car up to a height where you're standing or sitting and moving along without living on your back. With QuickJacks, it's totally doable, but you're doing more of it from the floor. For these kinds of jobs, the 4-post is just the easier way to work, so it gets the point. Round 4 is tire rotation and suspension access. Quick note, my car can't do a true front-to-back tire rotation because the tire sizes are different. I'm still using it to show the process because the concept is the same. QuickJacks win this one because wheels off work is straightforward. Tire rotation is the best example. If you're just swapping left to right on the same axle, a 4-post with a bridge jack can get it done. But if you're doing a front-to-back rotation, the bridge jack lifts either the front or the rear of the car, not both at the same time, so you end up doing it in stages or have awkward workarounds. QuickJacks just lift the whole car so all 4 wheels can be worked on at the same time. Same story for suspension jobs. If wheels come off regularly in your garage, QuickJacks stay the clear lift tool choice. Quick clarification before we keep scoring wheels off work. A 4-post is a drive-on lift. If you want the wheels in the air, you need a bridge jack. That adds cost and a few extra steps. It makes the 4-post capable, but it doesn't turn it into the same experience as QuickJacks for wheels off jobs. Round 5 is cost, because this is where people get surprised. QuickJacks are basically a single purchase. The 4-post can be a series of costs. It's the lift, plus what it takes to make it fit your garage, plus the bridge jack if you want wheels off capability. I'm not saying that's bad, I'm saying you need to budget for the whole setup, not just the price of the lift. I'll put my actual numbers on screen. Yours may differ, but the concept is the same. That said, the point goes to QuickJacks. Round 6 is the day-to-day stuff, and this is where the 4-post pulls away. Not because it's better at every repair, but because it's easier to live with. You drive on, lift it, and you're working. With QuickJacks, you're moving frames, lining up pads, and getting everything positioned before the car even comes up. And the other difference is what it does for the garage. A 4-post can get a car out of the way and give you floor space back. That's a big deal if you're working in a normal garage and not a dedicated shop. The trade-off is obvious. It takes room, the posts can be in your way, and you're buying into a bigger setup. But if what you care about is less hassle and more convenience every time you put a car in the air, the 4-post wins this category.
So you guys have heard me put a lot of emphasis on convenience, and I wanted to give you a little bit of my background so you understand where I'm coming from. I'm married, I have 2 young kids, they're 3 and 6, and I don't have a lot of time to actually spend in the garage. Oftentimes, the amount of time I have to work can be 5, 10, 15 minutes at a time in just short spurts. And while the QuickJacks are fast, they're not that fast, and it's not enough time to really get much done. Whereas with the lift, the car actually just lives on the lift. And so there's almost next to no setup time. And sometimes it's already in the air and I can just get in, do a quick task like remove the diffuser, remove the torque arm or the drive shaft like you guys saw in the clutch video. And I can do that fast in short spurts. So that's really big for me when it comes to convenience. The second thing when it comes to convenience is I'm not getting any younger. I'm not in my 20s anymore. I've got a sports injury, I've got a neck fusion. Getting on my hands and knees and bending over a lot takes a toll on me. And with the lift, I'm able to adjust the height of the car to a comfortable working position, whether that's seated, whether that's standing, whether that's working from my knees, but in an upright position. It just makes things easier.
Now the annoying parts. QuickJacks have a setup step every time. You're dragging the frames out, lining up lift points, and getting everything positioned before you even lift the car. Once it's up, it's great, but it's not drive on and go. The 4-post has different annoyances. The post can be in the way, and the runways can block access where you'd rather have open space. And if you want wheels off work, you're pulling out the bridge jack and setting it up. None of this is a deal breaker, but these are the little things you end up living with.
So here's the honest answer. If your month to month is about working on the car with the wheels off, you're doing tires, brakes, suspension, then the obvious answer is you should get QuickJacks. Now on the flip side, if you're more about needing storage, fast access, convenience, then the 4-post is the way to go. But if you still want to do some work and you want all those benefits, then you need to budget for the bridge jack and just accept the cost that comes with it. If you missed my previous videos on the QuickJacks or the 4-post lift, I'll put them on screen. And if you're considering getting one of these lift tools, which one are you leaning towards? What job is most important to you? Thank you for watching.